Confessions of an Ethereum Maxi. Guys, it's been over 2 years, actually I'm close to 3 years since I've started this YouTube channel and ventured off into the world of crypto. Been in crypto since 2017, but I've been toying around with different blockchains, different tokens, different platforms since my foray into crypto way back in 2017, and even when I started this channel. But as of late, for a while now, I've been very loyal to Ethereum. The Ethereum community as a whole has always seemed the most vibrant to me and the most adopted. However, I think, as time has gone on, now, 2023, August, I'm very passionate about Ethereum. So much so that I haven't really been toying around with much other blockchains, and frankly haven't even looked to see what was going on in a lot of them. And today I wanted to make this video to maybe give you a little bit of an insight on why I like Ethereum so much, very broadly, very broadly, not going to go into any detail. And maybe if you guys think I'm making the mistake of being so dedicated to Ethereum and whatnot. So let me just get into it. So I think the number one thing that makes me such an Ethereum Maxi is the fact that I work on a protocol that essentially built on top of Ethereum. For those of you who don't know, I work at Off-Chain Labs, which is the company that essentially initially built Arbitrum 1, Arbitrum Nova. Now we are just contributors to Arbitrum since there's a DAO, and of course it's a lot more decentralized than it was when we first started building it, which is beautiful. So I think being along for that ride obviously has a lot to do with it, right? Just believing in something that you're building and whatnot is very important. And sometimes it just comes along with just forgetting about everything else, something that I've tried to kind of tame over time, because I do think trying to have at least somewhat of a neutral view of the entire landscape is important, but it's really hard in crypto, you guys know. That was number one. Number two is just the vibrant community that I see around Ethereum and the layer 2s that are out there. Because let's be honest, to be clear, when I say the Ethereum community, I truly mean the people that are building on top of it. So that's all the layer 2s that are out there. That's, of course, the dApps that built on Ethereum and on the layer 2s as well. But it's mainly Ethereum's scaling community, I guess, that you could say that I'm most passionate about. Again, for obvious reasons, but also just because it kind of feels like what Ethereum was initially, right? It's fast, cheap, and just worked. And same base currency, ETH, of course. And I think that's where the industry as a whole, to be honest, has really kind of settled on. In terms of what they feel like is the future. Don't get me wrong, there are still a lot of Avalanche, Solana, Cosmos Maxis that I see on Twitter all the time talking about their projects, but I feel like it's in a much different light. The Avalanche and Solana community lately haven't seen that positive, to be honest with you. I've never looked at them as anything that I'd want to be a part of, no offense, but that being said, and this isn't even me pooping on them or anything. It really seems, at least whenever I see on crypto Twitter, it's they're trying to rally up the troops in a way every time. And I'm sure it's in today's landscape, I think it's really hard to be a layer 1 and try to actually make it, if you know what I mean. So L2s are getting so much traction just broadly across the industry that I think if you're a layer 1, you really have to make a thesis for why you're different. I still see a lot of people compare Cosmos to Ethereum's roadmap, because you have the whole different types of chains and stuff like that kind of connect. Cosmos I think has a little more interoperability currently, but even then I don't see a lot of people when I see people talk about Cosmos, it's more on the tech side. When I see people talk about Avalanche and Solana, it's more on the community side. So just some interesting those are some observations that I've had, but as a whole, it does seem to me that the L2 community, the Ethereum community as a whole, it seems a lot more active, a lot more there's a lot more development and a lot more stuff like that, Anyways, that's my take on that one. And then the last one is, hear me out on this one, because I've done this twice I think so far, and who knows, maybe you guys are doing this too. But the last thing is more of a monetary aspect. And by the way, of course, none of this is financial advice. Frankly, last thing you want to do is follow any of my advice, frankly, and I don't have any advice. But anyways, the last thing you want to do is get caught holding a bag from last cycle. Now, I think that's what happens with a lot of people that are on crypto Twitter right now, let's say rooting for their favorite L1, or maybe even L2, faux L2, just the Polygon, that like people, like, let's take 2017, right? 2017 was a long time ago now. Let's just say let's take 2017, or even 2021. I think is when the last bull market really was. But different coins did obviously different amounts of gains and had different just a different market for a lot of these things, right? L2s are heating up now. This is gonna be the first time, at least the next bull market, whenever that is gonna be the first time L2s are actually really a thing. And I think similar to every other cycle, like there's gonna be a lot of people just caught bag holding whatever tokens they had, the last go around. That happened to me literally twice. I learned nothing from like the last two bull markets. I held like Verge to the bottom. I still have Verge. I'm still holding some stuff. I'm still holding Library. I don't know if you guys remember that one. Like that content creation platform. I'm back holding a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Not that I'm asking for anyone to feel bad for me, but what I'm really saying here is that like, at the end of the day, like we're in it for the tech, we're in it for the community, we're in it for all that stuff too. But obviously, a lot of us are in it as well to just to not go broke, right? To make some money at the end of the day. At least that's partially why I'm in crypto too, right? The opportunity, career wise and of course monetarily. That being said, like, that's the most dangerous thing you can do is as they say, fall in love with your bags. You can say I've fallen in love with Ethereum, but I think the interesting part about Ethereum is that it's always it always seems to be like the lead in every cycle. Last cycle, I think alt L1s were definitely kicking off. Avalanche, Solana, right? Like those guys did great the last bull run. But even then, ETH hit almost 5K. I mean, don't get me wrong. You definitely Avalanche and Solana outperformed ETH by a ton, but they're also down by a ton now as well, right? So this go around again, I very likely think it's going to be L2s that take a lion's share of the next bull market, and what do you think that value is going to accrue to? ETH. That being said, like that's what I'm saying. Like I think I'm a little afraid of holding the bag for anything at this point. If you guys don't know, I recently got engaged, and it's crazy, guys. I'm like once that happened, I just started rethinking my entire portfolio, degenness. I'm not sophisticated by any means when it comes to throwing money into things or investing into things. Not at all. I know some of you guys may think that, but I'm truly not. I'm the last person you want to follow advice from it, like I said. So that's why I'm just I don't know. The last thing you want to do is get caught holding a bag. And I definitely changed up my thought process on how I distribute my funds, which maybe I'll make a video on that soon as well. But that's another big thing for me. So I don't know. That's my thoughts. That's why I am still in ETH Maxi today. But let me know in the comments. Do you guys think I'm making a mistake? Should I be looking at different alt ones? You know me, I truly try to pride myself on being open-minded and trying to be at least trying to be as unbiased as possible. And if I'm not unbiased, telling you guys what my bias is. So yeah, open to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Do you like ETH? Do you like another alt one? Tell me. That being said, hopefully I see you guys soon. Peace out.